Right before your life changes, everything feels still, quiet, like the universe itself is holding its breath. That pause, it's not nothing, it's the signal that your next level is about to arrive. Are you ready to leap? The void phase is one of life's most misunderstood periods. On the surface, it feels like emptiness, like nothing is happening, and often, this creates fear. People panic, thinking that if life isn't moving, they must be failing. But nothing could be further from the truth. The void phase is not a sign of stagnation. It is a preparation phase, a quiet interlude where transformation is being orchestrated beneath the surface. Imagine a butterfly in a cocoon. To the outside eye, nothing appears to be happening. But inside, cells are dissolving, restructuring, and preparing for the next stage. This is exactly what the void does in your life. It deconstructs old patterns, habits, and ways of thinking that no longer serve your growth, and it primes you for your next level. During this phase, the familiar routines and certainties you once relied on may dissolve, leaving a sense of discomfort. But that discomfort is intentional. It is the universe's way of telling you that the old version of yourself is ready to be left behind. This is your opportunity to pause, to observe, and to consciously prepare for the leap ahead, instead of rushing, struggling, or forcing outcomes. The key is to allow the silence and stillness to work in your favor. Science supports this idea. Neuroscience shows that periods of reflection, calm, and rest are critical for rewiring the brain, improving problem-solving skills, and enhancing creativity. During the void, your subconscious mind is actively recalibrating your beliefs, habits, and energy patterns. It's as if your mind is clearing space for the upgraded version of your life. Psychologically, the void phase can feel disorienting because your brain craves certainty and action. When that certainty disappears, it triggers discomfort. But it's in that very discomfort that transformation is seated. Every great leap, every major breakthrough, begins with a void, a pause where nothing seems to be happening, but everything is quietly aligning. If you resist or try to force progress during this phase, you only delay the inevitable. But if you embrace it, you begin to see the void for what it really is, a signal, not a setback. A message from life telling you that the next chapter is ready and you are being prepared to step into it fully. Your task is simple. Trust the process, observe the stillness, and allow the transformation to unfold naturally. The void phase is not emptiness, it's fertile ground. It's the calm before your leap. And the more you honor this period, the more powerful, precise, and impactful your next move will be. One of the most challenging aspects of the void phase is that it often comes without warning. One day, life feels predictable, structured, and somewhat comfortable. And the next, everything seems suspended in uncertainty. You may notice patterns of stagnation. Opportunities you once pursued effortlessly now feel blocked. Relationships may shift, and familiar routines seem meaningless. This is not random, it's a sign that your inner world is being prepared for a new level of existence. The void phase signals a transitional period where your previous identity, your old ways of thinking, outdated habits are being stripped away. To make room for a more evolved version of yourself, you might feel restless during this phase. Maybe you have the urge to move, to act, to force outcomes, but notice this tension. It's a crucial indicator that the universe is asking you to pause. Resist the temptation to rush. Just as a seed cannot grow faster if you pull it from the soil, your life cannot leap forward if you fight the natural timing of transformation. The void phase is your personal incubation period, moment where alignment, not action, is the ultimate path to progress. Several subtle signs indicate that you are in the void phase. First, you may feel a heightened sense of introspection. Your mind drifts inward, seeking answers not in external validation, but within yourself. Suddenly, questions about purpose, meaning, and direction dominate your thoughts? These questions are the universe's way of inviting you to engage in deep self-reflection. They are not distractions. They are the whispers of your higher self, guiding you toward your next upgrade. Second, you may notice that your usual sources of motivation, career, relationships, even hobbies feel unsatisfying. Activities that once brought joy may now feel hollow. This is your internal compass signaling that your next chapter requires a recalibration. It is a call to step out of old comfort zones and prepare for the shift that is imminent. Third, you might encounter a sense of waiting or delay. Opportunities may appear but don't fully materialize, or projects may stall despite your best efforts. Rather than seeing these delays as failures, recognize them as preparation. Every pause is a chance to realign your energy, to refine your focus, and to ensure that when your leap occurs, it is precise and powerful. Physiologically, the void phase may manifest as restlessness, disrupted sleep, or subtle anxiety. These sensations are natural responses to change. Your nervous system is adapting to a new frequency, one that will support the upgraded version of your life. Embrace these feelings as indicators that growth is occurring on a deep, energetic level. Spiritually, the void phase is a crucible. It is a time when the distractions of the old world fall away, leaving you with clarity about what truly matters. This clarity is the foundation of your leap. Without it, your next phase may lack focus and power. The key to thriving during this phase is conscious observation. Instead of reacting to discomfort, notice it. Instead of rushing to solve uncertainty, allow it. This is the essence of the void, a time to recalibrate, to integrate, and to prepare. Your awareness of these signs is your greatest tool. Recognizing the void phase allows you to harness its power instead of resisting it. By honoring this period of calm, you position yourself to step into your next phase with precision, confidence, and a profound sense of readiness. The void is not a punishment or setback, it's the launchpad for your next great leap. And the sooner you learn to read its signs, the stronger, faster, and more intentional your upgrade will be. One of the most misunderstood aspects of the void phase is the silence it brings. In a world obsessed with constant activity, the absence of movement can feel uncomfortable, even frightening. Yet, this stillness is not emptiness. It is a potent signal from the universe that transformation is underway. The void phase is teaching you that growth doesn't always happen through frantic action. Often, the most powerful leaps come from conscious pause, reflection, and alignment. During this period, your usual strategies for control and planning may no longer yield results. Projects may stall, conversations may feel incomplete, and life may seem suspended. This is not a sign of failure, it's an invitation to embrace stillness. The universe is giving you space to recalibrate, to realign your energy, and to prepare for the next stage of expansion. The stillness of the void is where your inner clarity takes shape, like a sculptor revealing form from a block of marble. To truly benefit from this phase, you must shift your perception of stillness. Instead of seeing it as stagnation, recognize it as a necessary incubation period. Think of a butterfly inside its chrysalis. The transformation happens in silence, hidden from the world. You cannot rush the process without risking incomplete development. Similarly, your growth during the void phase is nurtured by patience and conscious observation, not by forcing results. Psychologically, embracing stillness strengthens your ability to focus. When the mind is free from distraction, your thoughts gain clarity, and you can identify patterns, opportunities, and insights that were previously invisible. Spiritually, stillness allows you to connect with your higher self. In quiet moments, your intuition becomes sharper, your awareness expands, and the next steps toward your upgrade become visible. Physiologically, this period of calm may feel strange. You may experience subtle restlessness, moments of anxiety, or a desire to fill the silence with activity. This is natural. It is the body adjusting to a new rhythm, preparing to support the leap that is about to occur. By observing these sensations without resistance, you allow your energy to harmonize with the natural flow of transformation. Embracing stillness is not passive. 'Tis an active form of engagement with your own evolution. It is a conscious choice to trust the process, to remain present, and to honor the timing of your growth. Every moment of mindful pause increases your alignment, your clarity, and your readiness. Remember, the void phase is a sacred pause. It is where preparation meets potential, where reflection cultivates readiness, and where stillness becomes the catalyst for your next extraordinary leap. Those who learn to honor this phase emerge stronger, more focused, and fully equipped to step into their upgraded reality. The void phase challenges one of the hardest aspects of human nature: trust. When everything seems uncertain and visible progress slows to a crawl, the mind instinctively wants reassurance. It seeks proof, evidence, or validation that the efforts you've invested will bear fruit. Yet, the truth of the void phase is that the most significant transformations are invisible until they fully materialize. The process is unfolding quietly beneath the surface, like roots spreading deep underground. Before a tree bursts through the soil, trusting the invisible requires a radical shift in perspective. Instead of measuring success by immediate results, you must evaluate it through alignment, intention, and inner clarity. The void phase is not a punishment or a delay, it is the universe calibrating your energy to match the reality you are about to enter. Every hesitation, every period of waiting, and every moment of reflection is carefully orchestrated to ensure that when the leap comes, it is sustainable, precise, and powerful. During this period, impatience can become your greatest enemy. The mind may attempt to fill the silence with overthinking, over-analyzing, or forcing outcomes. This resistance disrupts the flow and can delay your upgrade. Trusting the process means letting go of control while staying fully engaged with your purpose. It is the balance between action and surrender. You continue to move forward in alignment with your goals, but without clinging to timelines, expectations, or immediate results. Spiritually, trusting the invisible teaches you that energy always precedes form. The work you do internally, your focus, beliefs, and intentions shapes the reality you will experience externally. The void phase magnifies this principle. What is invisible right now is not absent. It is forming, integrating, and consolidating into a higher frequency. When you learn to trust this, anxiety dissolves, and your energy shifts from scarcity to abundance, from doubt to certainty. Physiologically, trust manifests as ease in the nervous system. You feel lighter, more present, and less reactive to external chaos. Mentally, clarity emerges, and decisions become more intuitive, less forced. Emotionally, you find peace in the uncertainty because you recognize that this calm is a precursor to momentum, not a sign of stagnation. Remember, the void phase is not a void in reality, it is a void in perception. Trusting the invisible means embracing the unseen currents that are guiding your next evolution. It is the quiet assurance that what is meant for you is already on its way, and your alignment with it determines the speed and power of your leap. The void phase often feels silent, but in reality, it is filled with subtle signals, clues that the next phase of your growth is imminent. Learning to recognize these signs separates those who remain stuck from those who step into their upgrade with clarity and purpose. These signals are rarely loud or obvious. They manifest as shifts in intuition, moments of synchronicity, or subtle nudges that guide your attention. They may appear as sudden insights during quiet reflection, unexpected opportunities that align perfectly with your goals, or a deep inner knowing that change is near. Understanding these signals requires attentiveness. Most people overlook them because they are accustomed to seeking external validation. The void phase teaches a different skill, tuning inward and interpreting the quiet language of preparation. When you notice patterns emerging in your thoughts, emotions, or circumstances, it is a prompt from the universe to adjust, refine, or realign your focus. These are not coincidences. They are the architecture of your imminent breakthrough, shaping the conditions before the leap. Physiologically, this phase encourages heightened awareness. Your senses feel sharper, your instincts more reliable, and your decision-making becomes increasingly precise. Mentally, you begin to discern what resonates with your purpose versus what distracts you. This discernment allows you to conserve energy, directing it only toward actions and relationships that support your elevation. Every choice, no matter how small, contributes to the alignment necessary for the transition to occur smoothly. Emotionally, reading these signals requires patience and trust. It is easy to misinterpret restlessness, boredom, or uncertainty as failure or stagnation. However, these feelings are indicators that internal processes are taking place. They are the emotional markers of growth, pointing to areas that require attention or recalibration before you can fully step into your upgraded reality. Embracing these moments without resistance accelerates your transformation. Spiritually, this section of the void phase reinforces a powerful principle. Preparation is as critical as execution. The leap you are about to take is not random. It is meticulously prepared at energetic, mental, and emotional levels. Recognizing and honoring these preparatory signals allows you to enter the next phase fully equipped, rather than scrambling to catch up once momentum begins. In essence, the void phase is a teacher, and its signals are lessons disguised as quiet events. The more you tune into these signs, the more confident and aligned you become. By observing, interpreting, and acting in harmony with these subtle cues, you transform the waiting period into an active phase of growth, ensuring that when your leap arrives, it is precise, powerful, and unstoppable. The void phase is not a period of inactivity. It is a deliberate pause designed to prepare you for your next level. Most people resist pauses because they equate movement with progress, believing that constant action is the only path to achievement. But the truth is, the pause is where unseen work takes place: the mental rewiring, emotional recalibration, and energetic alignment necessary for a seamless leap. During this pause, your role is not to force results, but to cultivate awareness. Notice your patterns, your reactions, and your impulses. Each moment of stillness is a laboratory for self-discovery. You begin to see the difference between distractions and genuine opportunities. By observing without judgment, you allow clarity to emerge naturally. This is the essence of mastering the pause, understanding that stillness is not emptiness, but a fertile ground for creation. Mentally, mastering the pause strengthens your focus. In the quiet of the void, your mind begins to discern the priorities that truly matter. This is when you refine your vision, eliminate what no longer serves your purpose, and commit to the actions that will accelerate your growth. The pause teaches patience, but not passivity. It teaches strategic observation, not aimless waiting. Your mind becomes sharper because it is no longer scattered across unnecessary tasks or worries. Emotionally, a pause challenges you to confront discomfort without fleeing. Fear, doubt, and uncertainty naturally arise during periods of inactivity. These emotions are markers of transformation, signaling that your old patterns are being released and that the new version of you is ready to emerge. Facing these emotions directly, rather than avoiding them, strengthens resilience and prepares you to navigate the leap with confidence. Spiritually, the pause is an invitation to trust the process. The universe operates on cycles, and the void phase is a critical part of that rhythm. Every moment of waiting, when approached with mindfulness, strengthens your alignment. You are learning to move in harmony with timing beyond your control, which is essential for the effortless manifestation of your next reality. Physiologically, this phase allows your body to reset. Stress responses settle, energy stabilizes, and your system recalibrates to support the heightened demands of your forthcoming leap. The pause is a holistic preparation, mind, body, and spirit synchronizing in anticipation of what is next. In mastering the pause, you transform what appears to be inactivity into powerful preparation. The void phase is no longer a liminal space to endure, but a dynamic stage of intentional growth. By embracing it fully, you step into your next reality with precision, power, and clarity, ready to activate your true potential the moment the leap arrives. The void phase is filled with subtle signals, but they are rarely external. They are internal cues, whispers from your intuition, shifts in your energy, and sudden insights that guide your next step. Most people search for signs in the outer world: a coincidence, a text message, a sudden opportunity. But the most important signs are internal. They emerge as feelings of alignment, clarity, and sudden knowing that something is ready to shift. Learning to read these inner signals requires deep self-awareness. You must pause long enough to listen to your thoughts, observe your emotions, and notice the bodily sensations that accompany them. A tightness in the chest, a lightness in the heart, a sudden calm, these are all messages from your higher self. The void phase trains you to differentiate between distraction and direction, between fear-based impulses and truth-guided nudges. This is where intuition becomes your compass. When you are in alignment with your inner guidance, decisions flow effortlessly. You no longer need to force outcomes or analyze every possibility, because the universe begins to communicate clearly through subtle impressions. The mind quiets, and the body becomes the interpreter of the signals that indicate the perfect timing for action. Emotionally, reading the signs within stabilizes your energy. You are no longer pulled by external validation or the opinions of others. Instead, your inner voice gains authority, guiding your actions with precision and confidence. Each decision made from this state of alignment reinforces your trust in the process, which amplifies your readiness for the leap.